In today's video, we're gonna be talking about how to start a Shopify store and what are the first steps that you have to take when you first get started. So let's say you're someone, you're young, you're 17, 18, maybe you're even a bit older, and now you're at a point where you really want to get into this whole Shopify craze that literally everyone is talking about, but you're like, there's so much info coming at me, I just don't know where to start, right? So you're in a rut, you don't know where to go, you don't know what to do. I'm gonna be solving that issue for you by telling you guys exactly in a step-by-step basis how you guys can start your Shopify store, from literally coming up with the product idea, having the store ready to go, having your payment processing, and to a point where you can actually start making sales and making money with Shopify. So without further ado, let's get into it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button. I'd really appreciate it. Have an idea for a product, or maybe you don't have an idea for a product, right? You see all these people on Instagram, there's ads, you see products that are trying to be sold to you, and you're like, wait, I want to take part in this whole e-commerce revolution. How do I start getting involved with this, right? So that's the question. So where do you start, right? So the place where you really want to start is figuring out what you're passionate about. Second thing is product research. So you got to really go dive in, look at what people are looking at, look at what people care about, look at the content that people are putting out. What are other people selling, right? What are people interested in buying? Something that the way that I started was, I actually have a jewelry store, right? So this is my store, shopdiamond.com. And then I also have a store that I'm coming out with very soon called burnheadphones.com. So these are actually gonna be like AirPods essentially, but just different colors. And then this is all like hip hop jewelry kind of stuff. So let's just say by chance you want to get into the headphone space, right? You want to start selling electronics, headphones, wireless headphones, speakers, that kind of stuff. So where do you start? What I like to do is, go to Amazon, of course. It really is all about what the market wants, and that's something that you really have to understand is it's about the people, right? In order to make sales, you need other people to buy your product. Okay. Let's say you've come up with an idea and you want to sell headphones, right? We'll just use headphones for this example. Let's say headphones are exactly what you want to do. Now you're like, okay, where do I start? Do I go build out a store? Should I do testing? Should I go on Instagram and create an Instagram page? There's a lot of stuff that you have to actually start taking into consideration. So you want to really take a step back and say, okay, what are the actionable steps I can take, right? So the first thing I would say is go on, let's say DHgate, right? A company like DHgate, AliExpress, Alibaba. I think AliExpress is having some issues with Trump and stuff. I've been reading about it in the news. I'm not really too well informed about it, but I like DHgate personally. Go to DHgate, and you can actually go on here and actually go in and find suppliers in different countries like China, Taiwan, whatever. And you can actually instantly communicate with these people and see how much they're selling the product for, figure out what your MOQs are. If you don't know what an MOQ is, it's minimum order quantity. And a lot of times there's difficulties with the language barriers, but if you find a supplier with a really high rating, then usually they have someone who can speak English, or it's not really that complicated. But let's say you've gone to your supplier and you've actually ordered the samples. What are you going to do? You're not just going to sit there waiting for 2 or 3 weeks to wait for your products to come. You're going to use that time to go in and build an MVP, right? So what's an MVP? A minimum, minimum viable product. So you want to actually now build out a website, a platform where customers can actually go look at the product, purchase it, and actually it's essentially the medium, it's your store, right? So how do you do that? The key is Shopify. Of course, we all know that Shopify is probably the biggest e-commerce platform for any entrepreneurs to actually go bring their products to market, right? So this is a brand new store. I haven't actually started selling products yet. This is literally just, a basic site that I'm starting to create. So, you guys can go on Shopify and actually start building out a website. It's very easy. I'm going to do a whole nother video where I show you guys how to actually build out a website. But I literally did this on my phone yesterday in the car while I was driving. I know I should not be texting and driving, but I wasn't texting, I was building a website. Create a basic website. Just have something to show people, right? Basic website. You actually have to pay Shopify, get your account. You have to pay them like $29 a month. That's not that bad. And then what you want to do from there is go in and actually create a design. So I know this is getting in a lot of detail, but I'm gonna kind of go very narrow just so that I can kind of dive into each step in a separate video for you guys to really understand. Ads, right? So ads are actually gonna be pretty much the main way that you guys actually go to sell your product. It's essentially getting in front of people so that they see your product, they see your brand. This is a lot of information. I'm gonna kind of take a step back, but essentially to kind of break it down at its main general thing is it's what are you passionate about? Figure out what you actually care about, and then go into your product research. Go on Amazon, go on Instagram, go on Twitter, wherever it is. Go talk to people, figure out what they think about it, and see what people are pricing their products at. From there, go on a supplier page, go on DIVIJ, go on Alibaba, go on AliExpress. I'm gonna drop all the links down below. But you guys can actually go in, communicate with suppliers, talk to them, ask them about their minimum order quantities. I'll do a whole separate video where I show you guys how to actually communicate with them, because there's a way of doing it professionally without getting also, scammed from a lot of these different suppliers that you don't, at the end of the day, you don't know them. So from there, build out your MVP, go to Shopify, create your account, build your basic website, put your product on there. And then from there, it's just creating and running ads, doing testing, seeing the response, and just building from there. So I know that was a lot of info with you guys, but stay tuned for my next video where I'm gonna really get into the first step of product research, and then we'll take it from there to the next step and to the next step. So thank you guys so much for tuning in. It's your boy DIVIJ Viswani. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. I greatly appreciate if you guys could hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, and stay tuned for more content. I'm gonna do a video every single day. I'm gonna be very consistent for the next year. That's a very, very, very important goal of mine. So again, thank you guys. I really appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram. It's at DIVIJ Viswani. I'll put the link down below. And take care. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's video. Peace.